Hi, my name is Christy Bartelt, and I want to tell you about a session that I had the privilege of experiencing with Michele. I'm also a transformational practitioner. I work a bit differently with a different clientele than Michele, but I do know her through some of the work that we do that is similar. And so I realized earlier this year that I had something that was really causing a pain point in my life. I recognized that I had trouble hostessing or inviting people into my home and feeling comfortable, safe, and not having a lot of anxiety. And it was longstanding. I'm in my 40s and it's been going on my whole life. And I realized I was done with it. I didn't want to experience that anxiety and those, like all of those nerves when I had people in my home, or the nerves and anxiety that were stopping me from inviting more people in to experience joy and fun with my family. So I was able to work with Michele on this problem, and we did the session in late January, and it is now it's now November of 2023. So we're almost 10 months post session. And I experienced change immediately after the session. Actually, I even had change prior to that. Michele has a fantastic process for onboarding clients, from the discovery call, which she helped me kind of clarify what was really going on, to understand there was this anxiety showing up, and kind of when it was showing up and what I wanted instead. All the way through, her intake form was amazing. The questions in the discovery call pulled so much out of me, but the intake form was also like having a session with her. I felt like I had all this new understanding of myself afterwards. And then all the way through the session, it was a fantastic experience because Michele is truly gifted in the healing work that she does, and confident and very intuitive. So I felt held and safe to kind of allow a really big change inside me to happen through the session. Right after the session happened, immediately after, I felt lighter and more free. I had this sense that something had changed in me. And within a couple of weeks, I actually hosted some of my teen son's friends for a sleepover, and it was fun. There was no worries. I wasn't frantically like cleaning in advance. I wasn't worried about if people were going to have fun or what was going to happen. I literally just let it unfold in a very natural way, which was totally a revelation for me, super different than how I had been before. And I knew at that point something really profound had happened during our session. And then fast forward a couple of months later, I had the opportunity to just extend an invitation, an open-ended invitation for a family member to come and stay with us while they were navigating some challenges in their life. And it was fantastic. Fun from start to finish. There was no stress, no pressure, no nerves, no anxiety around having someone in our space, even though we had to change and make some accommodations to make sure it all worked for everyone that already lives in my house, as well as the family member that came to visit. And I was like, yeah, this is different. This is I feel like a different person, actually, with this new ability to have people come to our home and we feel safe and like happy and calm. It's really opened up this kind of new ability within me to experience more connection, I guess. So now we're almost 10 months post, and it still exists. Like, there's been no change. People show up, whether my house is clean or whether my house could use a couple of like items being picked up, doesn't matter. Come on in, let's like enjoy each other's company. Can I get you a refreshing beverage? Like, whatever it is, so different than before, where I would be nervous and wondering how people were perceiving me based on being in my home. I'm like, I'm just available to like be in connection with people and be in relationship with people in a whole new way. And that is thanks to the work that Michele was able to do with me and inside of me. So thank you, Michele. And if you are considering working with Michele, I have to say she is phenomenal. She's very tapped into the actual transformation process, the mechanics of that, as well as holding what I even call like a reverent or spiritual space, because she's very caring and kind throughout the whole process. It felt very safe to be vulnerable and to allow something really deep inside me to kind of be set free and change. So thank you, Michele. And I hope all of you work with Michele too, because everybody needs this kind of transformation in their life.